Well, amazing people. I wasn't going to do this, but if you read my last post, I was suffering PTSD quite badly, and I find a way to get my mind centered and off that is with the code system and working with my numbers and stuff. So I figured I'd just run a quick lesson, especially for those who haven't seen any of these lessons run before. And if you wanted to look at the lessons, you're going to have to go right back through my post, because I haven't given a lesson for some time compared to the amount of videos and live readings I've been sharing compared to the lessons I've been giving. Earlier on my X, you'll find heaps of my lessons. But so here's my chart. This is like the their code. This is their code. So what you're seeing here, and maybe write this down, take a screenshot of it or something, because what you got here is how to hide everything, by the way. And I mentioned this in the last small lesson I did. 1 represents 3 letters. 2 represents 3 letters. 3 represents 3 letters. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All 1 up to 8 represents 3 letters in the alphabet system. However, 9 only has 2 because there's only 26 letters in the alphabet. So we fall short. And 9 is represented by I and R. However, I do want to point out I've got CIA documents pointing out that we are not given all the letters. There are more letters that they use, and that's funny because some of the documents I've got, it looks like it's jargon, like gibberish in parts. It'll have normal letters and it'll be gibberish amongst those normal letters, and that's because they're the letters that we have not seen before. There's 32 letters. I think it's 32. And it's funny too, 3 and 2 is 5, and 5 is Israel, because 5 is the pentagon, pentagram, Star of David. So take a look at that. I don't really want to wipe that. See what's on the other side. See if I can wipe the other side of the board. Hold on a second. I'll just move this. I don't want to wipe that either. So what you got here, which is very interesting, you want to take a screenshot of this too. I told you that they use special numbers to coincide with letters. So when they've got 3-letter agencies, you can bet there's a reason they've used those 3 letters. So what I've done here is I've nailed it down. So 147 or any of the possible formats of 147, be it 174, 741, etc. So you look at that. 147 is ADG, and 174 is AGD, and DGA is 471, and that's 417. So you do it like that, and so same up here. And if you see that with the 369, so 369 is CFI, and yes, CFI is actually a hidden government agency, by the way. And you got CFR, the Center of Foreign Relations, which David Rockefeller runs, hey? He's the head of the CFR. So then you got CRF, FRC, all the possibilities, CIF. So all of these are hidden government agencies and agendas. Look them up in the CIA database and in the just looking up the government search as well. You'll find heaps. You'll find their agendas, and you'll find places like CCC. Because it's not just that. Also remember 3 triple numbers. CCC is 333, and that's very important because 9 is the most important number to these evil pieces of shit. So 333 equals 9, doesn't it? So CCC is actually the civilian conservatory. It's something to do with all the agriculture and all the land and stuff, land and parks and stuff in America. And their headquarters is Zion Park. Oh wow! So here we've got QBE, which I found very interesting because QBE is an insurance company here, and that got my goat. Actually got my attention because Black Cube is what the whole Iraq war was really mainly about. Apart from the fact they wanted oil, but also wanted Black Cube. So Q as well. And when it fits in with this as well, because 825 is QBE, and all the insurance companies are Illuminati owned, Bank affiliated, World Bank affiliated, etc. So QBE, yep, absolutely terrible. So I looked up QBE and I found a lot of stuff in the CIA database and government agendas. And then you got BEH and you got BHE, EBH, all that right there. So as much as I don't want to wipe this, I need some section of this that I can write on, and this is what I need to wipe, unfortunately. I have taken screenshots of this, so it's not like I'm losing the information. I will keep that side there. So what we're going to do, I'm going to use the numbers in the code that I haven't used before, but I know it's going to work because the number is going to be one that adds up to either 9, 3, or 6. So let's just say 45, okay? We'll use 45 this time. Or have I used 45? No, I haven't used 45. I've used 45. Even 36 or 63. What the hell? Let's use 63. So what we're going to do, take one of the magic numbers. We'll just pick 911, I guess. Start with 911, 911 of course. So 911, it doesn't matter if we plus or minus it, it's still going to give the great results. Different results, but great results. Let's minus it. I like doing the minus actually because you'll see, and I'll prove it. Like we'll get a 3-digit. We'll either get a 3-digit repeat pattern over again, or we'll get a countdown repeating over and over again from 1 to 10, 1 to 10, or 10 to 1, 10 to 1. Sorry. If it is a 3-digit repeat pattern over and over again, that pattern will repeat forever until because we're minusing. Once the answer that we're getting from minusing becomes a minus number itself, the 3-digit pattern will change to another, and it will be another important frequency number like 147 or 369 or whatever, 396. But it will go to a different one once it hits the minus, and then it will repeat that forever. So that's very interesting how that happens. So we'll minus 66. And that's going to give us, but I'm just going to get the, I know it's easy enough to do it in your head, but I just don't want to be making stupid mistakes, especially in my mental state I am at the moment. Gotta say, my head needs some clearing, so I will be doing some of my exercises to clear the bad energy out after this. So 911, which you'll find on my X if you want to do for yourself. 66 gives us 845. And we add 8, 4, and 5 up, and we get 17. So 1 and 7 is 8. So my belief is this is going to be a repeat pattern of 825 or 852. So, and remember, I haven't done this one yet. So when we take that number we got, 845. Sorry, this text is not very good. This one's better. So 845, and then we minus 66 from that one, and we get. So we just keep minusing 66. Oh shit! Sorry. 66 will work. It's not the one I wanted to use. The reason 66 will work is because 6 and 6 is 12, 1 and 2 is 3. So it's one of the 3 numbers. So I meant 63, but it doesn't matter. We've started now, so we'll just see what happens with the 66. Yeah. So we get 779. And that adds up to be 13, sorry, 23, isn't it? Oh, my mind's so slow at the moment. 23. And that 2 and 3 is 5. So yes, my belief is it's going to be an 852 repeat frequency over and over again. So we minus, we've got 779 there now. This isn't very good either. Hold on, I've got a dozen of these things. 7, oh that's much better. 779 minus 66, and that gives us 713. And 7, 1 and 3 is 11, and 1 and 1 is 2, so absolutely we've got 852. I bet you anything that is going to be 852 repeated. And then when we get to below, when the answer itself here is a minus number, it'll change the 3 frequency, but it will repeat. So, whoopsie, didn't mean to press plus. Minus 66, so 713. Sorry, my writing's pretty atrocious. 713 minus 66 equals 647. And that adds up to 17. So again, 1 and 7 is 8. So yes, we're starting at 8 again. Minus 66 again, so 647 minus 66 will give us 581. And 5, 8 and 1 adds up to be 14. And 1 and 4 is 5. So 8, 5, 2. 8, 5, we would expect this one to be 2, yeah? So minus 66 again, and we get 581. Shit. 581 minus 66 equals 515, and that's 11, and 1 and 1 is 2. So yes, it's a repeat 852, 852. So now we're down to 515. Now this one's running out. Minus 66, and that equals 449. 4, 4 and 9 equals 17. 1 and 7 is 8. Once again, we're starting at a 3 frequency set with 8 again at the start. So, minus 66 from that, and we get 449 minus 66, and we get 383. And that adds up to be 14. Again, 1 and 4 is 5. Look. Beautiful. 852, 852, 85. I'll bet my left testicle that this will be a 2. 383 minus 66 equals 317, and that adds up to be 11, and 1 and 1 is 2. I get to keep both testicles. 2 of them. Minus 66. So 317 minus 66 gives us 251. Yeah. Shit. And I suppose maybe I'll just show you that that is what I'm doing. Minusing 66 all the way, and we're up to 251. And that adds up to be 8. All by itself. 2, 5 and 1 is 8. There's no adding up to be 17 to be 8, it's 8 itself. Okay, now minus 66 off that, so 251 minus 66 gives us 185. 185 is real bad actually. When I looked at 185, because I found it in my codes before, that's like a really nasty frequency, and it's what they're using in the hydrophones in the oceans and shit. Not good. 185, that adds up to be 14. 1 and 4 is 5, so you got 85, so the next would be 2 again. 1 is 66. 185 minus 66 equals 119. And that adds up to be 11, which is 2. So, yep, 119 minus 66 equals 53. And 5 and 3 is 8. Starting the 3 thing again. Okay, so this is interesting because now it's 53, yeah? So the next we take 66 off 53, it's going to make a minus result, which is what I was talking about, which means we're going to, see that? It's going to be a minus result, which means it's going to change the pattern of the 3. It's going to be a different 3 number frequency. Repeat it over and over again. So I'll do it here, and then I'll clear it so I can go further. So it's going to be 53. Sorry, this one's shit itself now. (53) minus 66 equals minus 13. So yeah, see? 1 and 3, which, oh, this one's shit. It makes too much of a mess. 1 and 3, and that's 4. So that means it'll change to a pattern of 417 or 471 guaranteed. So we'll go up here now. I'm going to wipe up here, and we're starting with the number minus 13, minus 66. Where is that? All the way to where it changes from 852 to start at 4. So that's where it started, yeah? So minus 13 minus 66. Minus 66 equals minus 79. And 7 and 9 is 16. 16. And 1 and 6 is 7. So 4, 7. I told you to do 4, 7, 1 repeat. So the next one will definitely be a result of 10 or 1 or 19. That becomes 1. So that's minus 79 minus 66 equals minus 145. 1, 4, and 5 is 10. I told you. 1 and 0 is 1. 4, 7, 1. And then we minus 66 from that. 145 minus 145 minus 66 gives us minus 211, and that adds up to be 4. 2, 1, and 1 is 4. So we're starting it again. 4, 7, 1, 4. 4, 7, 1, 4. Minus 2, 1, 1, minus 6, 6 equals minus 277. And that adds up to be 16. And 1 and 6 is 7. So 4, 7, the next would have to be 1 or a number that becomes 1. Minus 66. The minus 277 minus 66 gives us minus 343, and when we add that up we get 10, and that is 1. Just to prove to you that it's the result. I'm not blowing smoke. Oops. There. Okay, so we've got 471, 471 repeats so far. Let's just take one more. So minus 343 minus 66 equals minus 409, and that equals 13. 409 equals 13. 1 and 3 is 4. So yes, the next would be 7. We'll substitute a 7. So minus 409 are right there. Minus 409 minus 66 equals minus 475, and that adds up to be 16. 1 and 6 is 7. 4, 7, 1 more just to prove it. 475 minus 66 equals minus 541, and that adds up to be 10. 1 and 0 is 1. 471, 471 repeat. So I told you that I can predict what's going to happen even though I haven't used the numbers yet. So what I'm going to show you now will really blow your mind, because we're going to go into times and we're really going to take this out, right? Watch this. Doesn't matter how long the number is, okay? Does not matter how long the number is. But we're going to use this number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times. We're going to times it. Ooh, let's say by 48. And I say 48 because 4 and 8 is 12. 1, 2 is 3. That's going to give us an astronomical number too. So, watch this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times 48 gives us, oh, that's a long number. Is that 5,925,872? Let's add that up. 14, 15, 16, 21, 30, 32, 37, 45, 52, 54. 5 and 4 is 9. That's what I expected. Watch this. Now we take that number and we times it by 48. So times that number by 48, we get, I'm not going to write it all down on the board, I'm just going to show you. That huge number there. 284,444,441,856. 284, 444, wow, that's a lot of 4s. 41856. Now that's be 10, 18, 22, 26, 30, 31, 39, 44, 50. Huh? 44, 50. Ooh. Ooh. It's going to do the repeat 95, 95, I think. That adds up to 50. And 5 and 0 is 5. I have seen this before, repeat 95, 95, so let's just see. Let's take it out another 48. Oh, I chose the number too big to start with because it makes the calculator shit itself. It can't do it anymore. That E means exponent, which means it can't go any further. So let's narrow this number down a little bit more, right? Let's do a 5-digit one or something, a 6-digit one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times by 48, and that gives us 5,925,888. 5,925,888. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 48 equals, and adding that up, you get 40, 16, 21, 29, 37, 45. So we've still got 9, strangely enough, even though it's a completely different number. Times that by 48, we get 284, 442, 624. Adding that up, we get 10, 14, 18, 22, 24, 30, 32, 36. Oh wow, that's 9 again. Times by 48, we get 13,653,245,952. So that's going to add up to be 10, 15, 18, 20, 29, 38, 45. 9 again. This is what I wanted to show you. Repeat 9 all the time, no matter how many times we take it out, right? Look how huge the number is. What are the odds? Okay, so times that number by 48. Just to show you, I'm not blowing smoke again. That is where we're at. So this number is 655,355,805,696. Do you reckon that's going to add up to 9? Could it really, with all the odds and all that? That's a really huge number. 16, 19, 24, 29, 37, 42, 48, 57, 63. 6 and 3 is 9. 999. Wow. Let's see if it'll do it one more time before it shits itself. Times by 48. No, won't. See, it's shit itself. You've got the E there for exponent. So if we did it with a smaller number, it would take that long. But look at that. Look at that. Okay, just another quick one I want to show you. I told you about countdowns. I don't know if this will exactly work. I have a theory. You see, 44 is one of the numbers that works as a countdown, and so is 17. What's the same thing about 17? 1 and 7 is 8, and 4 and 4 is 8. So let's use a number that adds up to 8. Any number. So it could be 26, yeah? We'll use 26. So I'm going to take, say, 711. 711, and we're going to minus by, we're going to minus by 26. And I'm going to get another text. Let's throw some of these out. Minus by 26. Now, I know it's easy enough, but again, I'm going to use my calculator and cheat. I've made small mistakes before. It can cost, like, dearly. It, like, throws the whole thing off. So, 711 minus 26 gives you 685. Add that up, and you've got 19. 1 and 9 is 10. 1 and 0 is 1. So this is going to be 174, 147, I would assume. Oh no, this is the countdown, isn't it? Okay, this is going to give a, in my theory, because that adds up to 8, this will give a countdown. So, next we've got 685 minus 26, and that is 659, and 6, 5 and 9 is 20. 2 and 0 is 2. So you got 1, 2. So the next should be 3. It usually has like a 3 sequence, and then it starts the countdown. This might just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You never know. I've not done this one. So minus 26 of that. 659 minus 26, and we get 633. And adding that up, we get 12. And 1 and 2 is 3. So absolutely 1, 2, 3. Minus 26 off that. So 633 minus 26 equals 607. And 6, 0 and 7 added up is 13. And 1 and 3 is 4. So yes, so we've got to count up. We sometimes get to count down, we sometimes get to count up. So also look at it this way too, right? The substitute for 20 and 2 is also 11. So 10, 11. And the substitute, well, it's 12 right there. The first answer is 12. So this is how perfectly it works in sequence. 10, 11. And the first answer, which we turned to 3, is 12. So it fits in perfect. 10, 11, 12. Even there, the first answer is 13. 10, 11, 12, 13. So just bear that in mind. With the substitute, it runs different. It also runs upwards as well. So you've got to count up, you've got to count down, and you've got coinciding ones. It's very interesting. So 607 minus 26 equals 581. 581, and that adds up to be 14. 1 and 4 is 5. So continuing the count, and again, look, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Like it's exactly meant to be that way, yeah? Perfect. Minus 26. Told you my code system is perfect. Absolutely flawless. Minus 26 equals 5, 5, 5, and 3 5s are 15. 1 and 5 is 6, so continuing the count. And again, 13, 14, 15. Look at that. 5, 5, 5 minus 26 gives us 5, 2, 9. Adding that up, we've got 16. 1 and 6 is 7. Continuing the count. Also 14, 15, 16. Minus 26 off that. We have 503. So 5, 2, 9 minus 26 equals 503. 503 equals 8. So continuing the count, but the substitute for 8 is 17. So watch this. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Again, the first answer being 19 here would say, well, look at that. The first answer there is 20. So 19, 20. And the next substitute for that is actually 21. So 19, 20, 21. And then the substitute for 4, next one being, would be 22. So 19, 20, 21, 22. Next substitute for 5 is 23, because 2 and 3 is 5. 22, 23. Next substitute for 6 is 24, because 2 and 4 is 6. Same with 7, it's 25. 2 and 5 is 7. And same with this one here, that would be 26, because 2 and 6 is 8, and 1 and 7 is 8, and all that sort of stuff. So, see how perfect it is? Wow. So, 503 minus 26 gives us 477, and that equals 18, and 1 and 8 is 9. So 8, 9, 17, 18. Substitute for that is 27. So 26, 27. You see? Endless countdowns and ups. It can go forever. It will go forever. Calculator won't. But a number like the universe will go forever. So 477 minus 26 equals 451. And 4, 5, and 1, adds up to be 10. And that's 1. So here we start a countdown again. Another count. So we've reached, see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've mentioned this before. The count will reach 9, and then it will begin again. 10, so it will be 9 again. Yeah? Also, the next substitute for 10 is 19. So that continues, you see, 17, 18, 19. Whereas 7, 8, 9, 10, the next answer is not going to be 11, it's going to be 9. So watch, minus 26, so 4, 5, 1, minus 26 equals 4, 2, 5, and that adds up to be, oh, I'm wrong, sorry, it is, it's 11. Haha. Oh, that's right. No, sorry. Yep. That makes perfect sense, because it's not too confusing to explain. I don't want to confuse people. But yes, so that wasn't meant to happen. So 425 minus 26. 425 minus 26 gives us 399, and adding that up, we get 21. 2 and 1 is 3. And the next substitute for 11 is, well, 11 is 2, yeah? So 1, 2, 3. 11, 12. The next, remember, another substitute for 21 and 3 is 12. 11, 12. Then you got 13 right there. Well, that's different. That's a different one. That's from the last equation. That's just coincidence. So, I don't really want to go all the way to minuses, because we're still only at 399 minusing only 296 each time. But that shows you, look, perfectly the countdown system. And that repeats forever. So, Maybe you can't see all that. That repeats forever. So what I generally do is, in these situations, I'll take about 2, maybe 3 of these 3-digit numbers, and I'll look at ones which stand out to me. I'm not going to take the obvious ones like 555 or anything like that. I'll look at them and I'll say, look, 529 definitely stands out to me, and what 425 does as well. So I'm going to put 425 up here, circle it, and I'm going to put 529 up here also, and circle it. I'll just do those 2. I'm going to research those in the CIA database and in the government using the letters and the number formats, and I'll show you the amazing results that we get from those. I can guarantee it, they'll be perfect. What I find, it always is, every time I select 2 numbers or 3 numbers, whatever, they're all great results. So I'm going to leave it there. I've got to go do some cooking and stuff before the wife gets home, but I had to clear my head of my PTSD, and I thought the best way was to teach the number system, and because it's something that I'm quite fluent with, it takes my mind off it, and I love helping people, and I know that this will help people. If you understand that we are totally in a matrix, but it's not the sort of matrix you think. We're not plugged into some system, and our real body is somewhere else. That's bullshit. We're here. We're in a mind control matrix, and it's simple as that. And all the documents I've got also will state that quite clearly. Character matrices and all that sort of shit. Look, my codes are designed to break that programming, and it's simple as that, and they do. My programming's broken, and since I broke my programming, wow, sky's the limit. Self-healing, all sorts of stuff. So when I say I'm going to get the bad energy out of me in a moment after I finish this transmission, I'll, broadcast, I will be doing that, and it will clear me. It'll make me feel better. I guess I could have done that to make myself better, but I really wanted to teach a lesson today as well. It's been a while. So I'll be giving more lessons more frequently, hopefully. Just look at the magnificence of the number system, how it fits together perfectly every time. So I'm going to see you tomorrow to read the rest of that DARPA Nazi criminal war, Ashkenazi war criminal document. And I hope you learned something from this. I hope you can take something on board, because you can even look up those numbers. Look up 529 and 425, and remember that 4 is it's D and V. So 4 represents D, M, and V. 2 represents B, K, and T. 5 represents E, W, and J. No, sorry, E, W, and N. E and W. And 529 would be E, would either be, you can look it up as either as an E, N or W, and 2 again BKT, and 9 is I, R, and there is no other one. There is no other one, because we don't know the rest of the letters that they took out of the alphabet. So, leaving it there, and I'll return tomorrow.